Welcome to the Luxury Syndicate, where we embark on an exquisite journey to the heart of the luxurious world and share valuable financial life advice as well as entrepreneurial insights. In the course of his career, Warren Buffett, also known as the Oracle of Omaha, has amassed an immense sum of wealth thanks to his phenomenal success in the investment industry. Investors and people who specialize in finance are often looking for Buffett's financial advice and guidance on how to best handle their money because he is one of the richest people in the world. His advice has become iconic in the business world as a result of the many people he has assisted in the adoption of his straightforward yet successful tactics for achieving financial success. Hence, if you are looking for the secrets to achieving success in the financial world, you need go only as far as the sage advice of Warren Buffett. Number 1. You are not focusing on expanding. If you don't diversify, you're essentially putting all your eggs in one basket, which is a prescription for failure. In order to maintain your financial stability, you should diversify your holdings without paying any fees. You're going to suffer greatly if you don't diversify. Diversification, according to Buffett, is a defense against ignorance. That's because by distributing your assets across several asset classes, industries, and geographical regions, diversification is essential to risk mitigation and ensuring that your portfolio can withstand any storm. Any losses in one area can be made up for by gains in another. Number 2. Making large tax payments. In order to maintain a stable society, everyone must contribute fairly to taxes. They contributed to the government's funding as well as the common good. Taxes can be a burden too, particularly when they are high. Tax avoidance is a strategy that some people may employ, but it is typically neither feasible nor wise. You can use a variety of techniques to pay your taxes. Spend less. Using a tax advantage account, it is also a good idea to categorize your deductions. By claiming tax deductions for things like mortgage payments, charitable donations, and medical expenditures, you may be able to reduce your tax liability. Number 3. Buying things on a whim. Make a list of the things you require before going shopping so that you can stop making this mistake. You can stay focused and refrain from making unnecessary purchases thanks to this. On your shopping trip, establish a budget and stick to it. They will stop you from overpaying for things you don't need. When you're feeling emotional, avoid shopping. You're more likely to act rashly and regret it later if you're upset, depressed, or under stress. When deciding what to buy, be patient. Wait a day or two before purchasing a discounted item if you aren't sure you need it. You might come to the conclusion that you don't actually need it after all. Number 4. Inflating your way of life. Let's imagine, for illustration purposes, that you earn $50,000 per year. Spend $40,000 of it and live on 80% of it while saving 20%. But after that, your salary is decreased to $60,000. What carry out most people? Their savings rate falls to 17% when they start spending $50,000 and surviving on 83% of their income. Lifestyle creep can be risky since it implies that your efforts to accumulate wealth are never actually moving forward. To prevent lifestyle creep, you are constantly just floating along. Inflation can also reduce your purchasing power, making it difficult to maintain your lifestyle. As a result, you might discover that it's difficult for you to maintain your standard of living. It is definitely more than you can afford. Number 5. You don't have an investment strategy. You can feel pressured to impulsively spend money on pointless products or decide on significant life expenses. Lack of financial preparation might cause issues as a result of inadequate retirement savings. Creating a written financial plan is essential if you want to advance financially and avoid being unprepared for unforeseen life occurrences. Prior to making a budget or tracking your success over time, start by establishing goals for yourself and your family. To get started, you might also want to think about working with a financial planner. If you're like most Americans, you probably don't have a personal financial plan. Number 6. Not having any emergency funds. Why is having an emergency fund so crucial? Since it provides you with protection in the event that something goes wrong. Because of how erratic life is, anything can go wrong at any time. If something unexpected happens, you're considerably more likely to get into debt if you don't have emergency reserves. Warren Buffett once said, "If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die." It's always better to be saving 10% of your income instead of 5% of your income. I think it's crazy to be spending 105% of your income, and I think that leads to all kinds of problems, is my favorite quote from Warren. People don't have emergency funds for two key reasons. They don't make enough money, which is the first reason. It may be difficult for you to save any money at all if your income is modest. The second factor is that people frequently spend all of their income. Number 7. Failing to establish an effective financial habit. Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors in history, credits much of his success to having wise financial practices. He suggests that investors put their money into reputable businesses that have a competitive advantage and return their profits back into the company. Habit is a big part of behavior. Buffett claimed in a 2007 address at the University of Florida that the chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. He added that it's best to work on creating sound financial practices while destroying poor ones. Instead of only watching others become richer, you can start developing your finances by adhering to these straightforward suggestions. It's simple to overspend and get into debt if you don't practice financial restraint and don't have a budget. Number 8. Not tracking your expenses. Most people are rarely truly aware of their financial activities. This ignorance could leave you mired in a debt cycle. At times of financial difficulty, be sure to keep tight tabs on your expenditures, understand exactly where your money goes each month, and make adjustments as necessary. Buffett advises keeping a straightforward ledger to record all expenses, so you are always aware of where your money is going. Even though this could seem like a laborious process, it's crucial if you want to take charge of your finances. Once you've begun keeping track of your spending, you can begin to make adjustments that will enable you to save money and achieve your financial objectives. Number 9. Lack of funds. For instance, you might eat out more frequently than you ought to or make wasteful purchases just because they're on sale. It's crucial to keep in mind that just because something is on sale, it doesn't necessarily imply you should purchase it. One of the quickest ways to ruin your finances is through excessive shopping. You need to start keeping track of your expenses and making a budget. They will assist you in maintaining awareness of your spending patterns and helping you make wiser financial decisions so that you can advance financially. Without your knowledge, money could slip through your fingers if you're not careful. Number 10. You're keeping up with the Joneses. Keeping up with the Joneses can create feelings of inadequacy, envy, and jealousy, which can be harmful to one's mental health. Also, it can distract from one's own goals and priorities, causing one to lose sight of what is truly important in life. Attempting to keep up with your friends and neighbors will inevitably result in you spending more money than you have. You should focus more of your attention on your financial objectives than on what other people have. You're probably keeping up with the Joneses if you're like most people. You are familiar with them. The neighborhood family with the new car, the large home in the ideal lifestyle. You can't help but wonder how they manage to always have money. The Joneses are likely similar to you in reality. They are eye-poppingly in debt and are living paycheck to paycheck. You have to focus on living within your means and pursuing your own goals and values. And we are boarding off. Whether you're just starting out on your financial journey or looking to improve your investment strategy, Buffett's timeless wisdom can help guide you towards success. By following these principles, you too can achieve financial independence and build a life of wealth and prosperity. Thanks for tuning in, folks. We'd appreciate you subscribing to see more about fine living and luxurious life inspirations. This is the Luxury Syndicate. We'll see you on our next travel.